Okay, so today we are going to open up these packs of original series GPK. I love opening old GPK because this is something that I kind of collected on the the DL back in the late 80s. Of course, my parents didn't approve of these because they're gross and crass and crude, but I still loved them as a kid and I love them as an adult. Now, I wanted to do from, ideally it would be Series 1 to Series 15, but the Series 1 to buy a pack of that's going to run you like $300 to $400. Even a Series 2 pack right now, we're looking at $50. And then the rest of these are like $10 a pack. That's where we're at here in 2025. This is just what I had available, and I want you to see the difference in the style as we go, because there was definitely a change here towards the end, and then from Series 10 on was the biggest change because that was after the lawsuit with GPK. So let's start with Series 10. You'll notice even before we open it, the eyes are different on this because the company that had Cabbage Patch Kids sued Topps because these parody cards were too similar, and so after that lawsuit, they changed the style and did another 5 series, and then of course brought it back 20 years later in the early 2000s. But let's just look at the style of the cards here. What I'll show you is, get rid of that nasty gum. We'll show you kind of the artwork on the front, what the backs look like, and then there's of course the wrapper. So here is the front skiing in, and then the backs of these here towards the end, these were comics, and there were several series where they had like these little comics on the back. You'll notice it says the Garbage Gang. The cards in Australia, I think, were called the Garbage Gang, and so I don't know why they started doing that on the backs, but they did there towards the end. So here in Series 10, we have Skiing In, Mixed Up Trixie, Connecting Dots. Oh, this is one of my favorites from this series. I don't actually, from Series 10 to the end, there are very few cards I actually like, but this one's cool. Jess Express. Very cool. And then Goodbye High. All right, so that's Series 10. And you see the style there. Let's put one on the front that kind of gives you a better sense of what the style looks like. There we've got the eyes. Let's go ahead and have that one lead off. Then in Series 9, this was before the change, but there just weren't a lot of great cards in Series 9. I think we're starting to get low on ideas. I don't know what it was, but still have the nasty 40-year-old gum, which I know some people eat it, but that's weird. I'm not going to eat it. I tried one once, and it really is as bad as you think it would be. All right, Cheesy Chandra. That's kind of great, except you see all the gum damage there. Soggy Augie. So a couple foods here in a row, and you'll see that towards the end of the season there were less of the people and more of just objects that they changed into that style. Flamin' Damon. That one's kind of fun. Bubbly Babs. That looks like old school Garbage Pail Kids. That could have been in Series 3. So that was a nice kickback. And then Hannah Grenade. This is actually one of the harder to get cards in this series, or just more valuable, which makes it harder to get, of course. Too bad we have a little bit of wax damage there and a crease on the back, but that's a nice pull. We'll put that as the lead card there. All right. Now I have Series 8, and I don't remember much about this series. I don't think there were very many cards I like this. From like 6 to 10, there weren't a lot of cards I really loved. Ooh, we get some moldy gum in that one though. That's really disgusting. Okay. So Mobile with the gum stain. Great Scott. Interstella. That's a pretty cool card. Burnin' Vernon. And Dustin to Toast. Oh, Dustin to Dust. Cool. All right, we're going to put Interstella on top. That's a cool card. Now, I didn't have a Series 7 pack. If I ever had some, I must have opened them. So we'll skip to Series 6. here. Most of this gum is coming off pretty good, but that doesn't mean that I am absent the gum stains. You know, you kind of have to just count on the top card being damaged, the bottom card being damaged, and with these old packs, there's usually a lot of warping as well. Oh, I forgot to show you the backs. So here in 9, again, comic strip. Here in 8, we've got a puzzle there, a puzzle preview, and then a comic strip. And this one says Garbage Pail Kids, not Garage Gang or Garbage Gang. And then here in 6, on the back, we do have the comic again. So that comic theme seemed to be quite popular there. Not as much damage of wax here on the front, but then we do have some gum stains on the back. We've got Coy Roy, Bridget Digit. Oh, that's so gross. Total Todd, yay! This is actually one of my favorite cards of the whole series. This is in my PC, so that's a really cool one. We'll keep that one out. Oh, and so is West Mess. So these are two of my favorite cards from the series. I got them back to back. Pretty good centering on them. Probably not gradable, but still, these are nice to add to my PC. And then ending off with the Casper Gasper. My favorite of these two is actually the West Mess, so we'll put that on top. That was a really nice pull. Way to go, Series 6. All right, now we're getting back into the stuff I actually collected as a kid. I think Series 5 was the last I ever saw. So I recognized when I started collecting these again a few years ago, I recognized a few cards like this lead card. This is kind of one of the more popular ones from the series. So we'll get rid of this gum. Gum intact, no mold. I can maybe eat that one. Oh, but look at that gum stain. Wow. All right. So now we've got Surreal Neal. That's a great pull. And a little bit of damage there, but that might scrape off. That's a well-centered card. This is a good pull. Then we have Necktie. Jordan Nuts. That's the puzzle for this series. And on the backs of these, let me find a good back one. Johnny One Note. Just kept getting puzzle pieces. And Bill Dean. All puzzle pieces. Let's see if I have something that's an unpuzzle. There we go. So this was before the comics. It was kind of just a kickback to usually original series 1 or 2 cards where it just gave more information. Of course, Dead Ted is from original series 1 and it just has information about that character. So I actually really liked that about these series 4 and 5 packs, that they kind of have that throwback. Let's put that one on as the lead card here. All right, now series 4. I did like the yellow wrapper here. I remember picking this up at 7-Eleven for a quarter. Wouldn't it be nice if you could get them for a quarter now? If we could just take a time machine back. That gum's intact, not bad. Okay, and here you see on the backs, well, gum stain first, but this is the wanted. So the first 4 series kind of had these awards or something where you could put somebody's name in. That was the popular thing, and damaged a lot of these cards. So a lot of the old cards you'll find have people's names written because you put people you didn't like and you wrote their names on it and you gave it to them. I didn't do that, of course, but in theory you could. Hygiene. This is one of the coolest ones from this series. Max Axe. Very, very cool. Hollywood. Now, Hollywood was the lead one from this series. You see it's 125A. There was also Woody Allen and one more because they had to change it. I can't remember why, but that's a cool pull. Glad to have the checklist with no markings on it. I'll probably swap that into my collection because it's probably better condition than what I had. So that's a great one. Foxy Francis and Mardi Gras. So great little pack there with 2 really good cards. All right, now this is what I'm excited for. Series 3, this is what I principally collected when I started, and there are a lot, not a ton of like banger cards, like amazing cards, but like every card is pretty good from the series. Oh, and then I say that, and one of the banger cards is right here on the front. This is one of my favorites. I prefer Bruised Lee to Karate Kate, but both of these cards are super cool. Check out Karate Kate. Isn't that an awesome card? Love it. especially because karate was such a big deal in the late 80s with the Karate Kid and everything else. And then that's a puzzle piece. We've got Bullseye Barry. I want to show the back. So yeah, here's another wanted, just like the Series 4. You can write someone's name in. A lot of these in Series 3 would have alternate back. So one might say teacher and another one might say student. So there were a lot of variations in Series 3. And then there was the copyright on front in some and not copyright on front in others. So a lot of variations. If you want the master set of 3, you're going to be collecting for a while. We've got Green Dean here. Peeping Tom, this is one that has a ton of variations because you've got copyright on front, not copyright on front, and then on back, some of them have copyright and some of them don't, or the 1-star versus 2-star. So there's like 4 versions of this one card. So if you want the whole set, that's hard. And this is my favorite card of all of Garbage Pail Kids. I love Hippie Skippy. It's damaged, it's miscut, but that's still going in the PC. I love Hippie Skippy. What a cool card. I got 2 of my favorite cards here after saying no bangers in this series and then pulled like the 2 best cards, of course. That's awesome. All right, and now this one, wouldn't it be nice if it was 24 cents? We just need to bring back the KB Toys or Toys R Us. Get these for $0.25. Oh, that would be amazing. A pack like this, I think this probably cost me, when I got it a few years ago, $20, maybe $25, and today it's really hard to get these for under $40. So excited to open this, a little nervous about it. There are a few cards that I want for my PC, but they're the matte back or the messy Tessie back, which are more rare, and I have no idea where this comes from. It might even be a repack. You never know with these. And so there's some, oh, it is a messy Tessie back. And it's matte. Oh my gosh. Probably every single one of these cards is going to go into my personal collection. This is amazing. Okay, so really awesome artwork there. The blue, I think, wrapper looks best of all these. So I'm taking the blue and green, but I'm a little bit biased. But man, I'm stoked that we have some. They're not too warped, just a little bit of wax damage on the front and then gum on the back, but these cards are going in the PC. So we have a Bent Ben, not one of my favorite cards, but Charred Chad is. I like Frying Ryan more, but Charred Chad is an awesome card. I wish there was better centering on that, but what can you do? It is a matte back, so that's awesome. We've got the Patty Putty. This one also a little off center, but this is the lead card in the series, 42A, and so that's a good pull. Cyclops is right near the beginning too, and this is one of my favorites from the series. This is a really good pack today. I love this, and look, oh, I thought it was going to be a Schizophren. It's not. Ancient Annie to round it out. A really good centering on that. Well, decent centering on that, but then of course we have the gum stain on the back. But these matte back Tessies are the most rare of all the original series. In original series 1, you wanted to get the glossy cards. Those were more rare. In original series 2, it's the matte backs that are more rare. You see, there's no gloss to that. And then you have the live mic puzzle, which came with the glossy. And then in the Messy Tessie, you had the glossy or the matte. And the most rare is the Messy Tessie matte. And so while these are, the centering's horrible, this one's got okay centering on the back. How's the front? So this is probably the best card from this pull for me, the Cyclops. But these are some great cards. Well, there you go. Original series 2 through 10 of GPK. Sorry I don't have a pack 1 to open for you. But maybe in a future video.